let me take you and the public through. In the time na Obamuno, Gabon leader and Obabe died.
Yeah.
He didn't have any problem.
Yeah, sure.
But when no time na Obamuno, one, there's what is called diplomatic protocol of a visiting head of state or visiting president. I want a security person or my bone or one person.
Yeah, security person.
So from someone when I'm interview or my bone person say. So we invite president, head of state. No bababia, your friend be diplomatic protocols.
Okay.
Security protocols. Entry protocols.
Okay.
Anything. And he said, the who host you no. And no obano. Or the checklist at the baba.
Okay.
The diplomatic checklist of the visit, and he said, may the head of state, head of the delegation, head of state, in this case, Captain Traore. May the 19 soldiers armed, weapon carrying, a trainer de banner, the AK-47 4, yeah, the Brent 5, yeah, the Kafenikov 8, pistols, assault rifles, etc. 9.
I see.
And Nipa 13 and the Beshe military uniform, Ekura guns.
In the bag or exposed?
Exposed.
Oh, I see.
Send the protocols or the abanono.
Yes.
Then the team, the government or the president-elect that is hosting him, also saw your validation.
Okay.
Now, no national security. And for that matter, a military, you deal with the Air Force. You deal with near with a flight ban or deba. Or some the commercial jet, but in the case of the Bukina guy, cleverly, or the military jet nearby. So the military jet nearby, on teaming packet our commercial side.
Okay.
And so the flight in BC Air Force.
Oh.
Now Air Force was kind of flight, No, I shall say, whilst he's out of the aircraft, Obeja 10 or 15 military men manning or guiding the aircraft.
Oh.
No, my drop one more flight, Pilots, and then the co-pilot, and then the air hostess, Omusia, cabin crew Fonisia, straight away to hotel. Omokojo Mahama. Then the military take over with the Ghana military. No more did that flight. Na Bukina Faso oba ne shy krano. Ni to dan in chain. Or chef flights no kopim send the president baba. Now, or your military leader and in the protocols no Ghana Army or Air Force have to make sure his security. President Mahama, His Excellency, has been a president. When your protocols or the Baba Breast on your TV say he has shared with them. And he knows.
Yeah.
So the transitioning team might not know, but the president knows. Now, it's your normal or say, I'll go through principal streets of Accra Airport, direct route. You don't just get up and say, so then
sure.
So your advanced protocol, motorcade, obedi car scanning up to the Independence Square. And make sure, say, Trotrobian says you can so. Bukina Faso leader is spending 12 minutes from the Air Force. Opiano, ebi a wanko VVIP long.
I don't know your Ghana security.
Ghana security ni ono na
Ghana security. Okay.
Ono be chiro.
Oh, okay.
Into our uncle baby straight away Oba Independence Square.
Oh.
Now that is how he's going to enter. Oba, and as he did, Oba V-shaped security. Oh, na ohwe betu an hu de wo kire. V-shaped security ohwe ya.
Oh, me fa badua baso.
Our soldiers bear 5, 6, 7 wa ha.
Yes.
Or bear 6, 7 wa ha.
Yes.
Obia with weapon.
Yes.
What I said.
Yes.
Then he blocked the V at the back. No, abedi mfimfini, so he's the arrow man. And he has decided not to drop the car. Baby, our president,
Yeah, that's true.
Yes,
that's true.
Did he do
that's
that?
True. Yeah,
yes, it's part of his protocol.
Yes.
Into Oba walk 100 meters or 150 meters, so they can have clarity.
Interesting.
Why? Because our enemies.
Yeah.
Echo as enemy. Tinubu your enemy. Why? Because Tinubu French, pro-French.
Interesting.
His Excellency Nanado, pro-French, but only they know any picture anymore. It does not mean that we are afraid. Say obi betima beche no. Say the enya security officers ni biaka say expert von be say adentina okuratu adentina oyeden. One, and the public should notice. It could have been say on a Republic of Ghana government, not Ghana government, President Mahama. I agree. And they have scanned them say tuen kura toy guns. But there is what is called presidential signature, and there's what is called presidential brand.
Okay.
What makes Traore Traore, his brand of dress, his coat of dress, his signature of dress. Wama President Mahama Tiasie, any security couple no manage president Tiasie, or the person bebo no ho. Me no me nyanko person could be a third person.
You need to mean
and I make say person no cry e bia etu bibia ni ammunition. Sure. But to send a signal that this is the way I go to places. President Pacho Miniano better measure hand gloves. Miniano measure hand gloves. Meba, this is the way I'm entering into the podium. Other presidents in United Kingdom won't be see anymore.
Yes, of the other side.
Of the other side. The security protocol.
Yes.
And why any V-shaped entry. It is done by KGB.
I see.
To monitor and to guide Putin.
It's not your fans
No.
Interesting.
It is done by Israeli Mossad.
Wow.
Israel Prime Minister acquired Israel for a V-shape plus. Not Prime Minister ni shape. Where covered or way baji. Now don't buy. These are special forces are only snipers.
Okay.
They didn't come and joke. On Tinaho, Emma Bukina, a country from almost day one of independence in 1960. Oma you coup d'etat, go and check Bukina democratic elected presidents.
Sure.
Oma you could become you coup 2 days. Obia a prime a head of state 2 days, a bear 10 days, a bear 17 days. And to him say, now before so another been the coup. And when him say Damiba at Togo Heya. And they could harm him whilst he's coming. Or why is living not on the podium of the descent? And president had agreed with him, say, yes, oba, bra.
Okay.
Protocols on President Mama Nina Dilia.
Oh, okay.
And in Pacho, the public listening.
Wow.
President Mama is not ordered by any law. Say on country be say no any Burkina Faso leader neighbor. He's aware already what the boy is coming. Obacha say will true right. Obaba Baku left, and Abaku Baboni now. This is how I'm going to enter. Now, people did not read meaning into how the boy went into the podium. Oba and of frost. There are two things. We call it where diplomacy meets culture.
Yes, where diplomatic
meets culture.
Okay.
A conjuncture of the two. The boy exhibited the two. Very intelligent guy.
Yes.
He went to the podium and straight away to the vice president. And then the Bukina culture. How many tribal settings know Bukina? Half of Bukina population, they are Moshis. They have Fulani.
Okay.
They have the Gurinzi. They have the Mende. They have other tribes. He's a Moshi boy. In the Moshi culture, which we have the same thing in the Ghanaian North. So when you are going to greet a woman who can be your mother, you take off your cap.
Oh, I move video no enter honomo so that we can all relate to it. Yes.
And taking off your cap, you take off with the left. You don't take off with the right. It's an insult. So he took off the cap with his left.
With his left.
Wow. And then stretch out. That's diplomacy with the right, and have a handshake with her. Please. Uncle Hagen say any mama and aunt and family member ko wie and you no ko be Hagen. But do Hagen ka Ghana for baka say boy no pe vice president.
Also kra na bia so da.
Wako Hagen no. And no be another story.
Interesting.
On my diplomatic handshake. O move wie no who was still the president of the Republic of Ghana is already declared. But then who had been the interim president
that is
our receiver no. He came here when Abambagwin was the president of Ghana. So he went to Abambagwin. But then, of course, I didn't know Chiobanuye no. Or Sadeni Chenche. Or the Chenche said, he's a head of state of a country. He's wearing his cap. This is how he dressed.
Okay.
So Otuni Chenche Abambagwin is against diplomacy. He has lowered Burkina Faso to Ghana.
Oh.
And head of state and head of state. Vatican head of state is Pope, Holy See.
Wow.
On chain Ibrahim Traore. On chain Bassirou Faye of Senegal. Every head of state or head of government, all of them are the same. With the same power. It doesn't matter so you're Russia president or Chinese president. And just what any Chinese share back. Whoever who be our kokro ya hwanu.
Or no your pet.
Or no your pet. in terms of the president, age there is a number.
But in the case of the vice president or your bad here, your culture.
Oh man, no culture. That's culture meeting diplomacy.
Interesting.
The boy existed.
Interesting.
Me, my whole, but I clap for him. I know what was going to happen.
But I was also standing right before, so I was observing, but that means
that is it.
Interesting.
Okochi ani wiye no, oko president no, na ne cheshe no. One kasa as President Mama will put it, is my young brother. So beautiful. Oya ni young brother no, say Okochi President Mama no, went to nature.
Debbie went to nature because only a pet.
Only a pet. Now another interesting scenario people were talking about Ghana Bono. Kwame Nkrumah kura walking stick. Secretary okura walking stick.
Yes.
Mobutu Sese Seko okura walking stick. Kenneth Kaunda no okura walking stick. Eyadema no okura walking stick. Between you and I and all of us in the public listening, security experts Muntie, walking stick. A lot of them are guns. Omar Bashir and the walking stick, and it was a gun.
Oh, I see.
Sanya gun, cry walking stick, may God forbid, a crown or you win payam. Any true before so obey how obey armono, near this armono, then they dangerous. In Tinka, travel by and no cry walking sticker. And Kabakas and
dangerous weapon.
It's dangerous more than even the gun.
I see.
And nobody knows whether he had ammunition in the gun or it was a toy gun. Only the Hiamo, near Timenya, professors, lecturers, Ghana security experts, Timika Mujina political science school, lecture and cry said it was even wrong. So the military uniform, bad democratically elected president swearing in. And I've told you and I've educated you, say, even the congregation of the United Nations General Assembly, they were wearing more than 35 military uniforms. Mexico for Georgescu of Romania. He was a military leader.
I see.
Or called UN chamber with military uniform. What about the Peru? What about the Ecuador? What about El Salvador? What about the Colombiana? What about Papua New Guinea? All of them were military leaders in the 90s, etc. But they come to the UN chamber with military uniform. So please, let's get it clear. So I'm crying out, mutual diplomacy, I'm not to a church, so lecture biaba. No Baba Kachira will say democratically elected president, you have a military uniform coach and Kachira is the UN Secretary General, you have the military uniform channel.
I see.
I've cleared that part of it.
Yeah, sure.
So